Hi guys, happy Monday. I hope that you're all having an amazing start to your week. Welcome back to Minks Q&A. We have some awesome topics to discuss, so let's jump right in, shall we? Starting with the first question, considering today's prices, if you were to start your bag collection today, which 5 bags would you purchase first at the current price points? Okay, so I did bring them all out, so we have even more eye candy, and these are in no particular order except for my number one pick, and that would be the Louis Vuitton Neverfull MM. You guys know my love for this bag. I think I've talked about it, honestly, it feels like a million times on my channel. I think it's absolutely amazing. The last time I purchased a Neverfull, I believe it was 700 bucks. I want to say it was 700, maybe a little bit less than that. I think it was 700, but yeah, it's gone up considerably since then, but I still think it's amazing. I highly, highly recommend it. And it's just, to me, it's the OG of totes, you know? That's just the way that I feel. All right, another one would be the Chanel wallet on chain. I think that this is an awesome bag. I talked about it briefly on my last unboxing or my reveal when I showed you guys the gold hammered one that I currently got, or that I recently got. I think it's awesome. It's a small bag, but I feel like it's so incredibly versatile. You can incorporate it so many ways into your lifestyle. It's very comfortable. It's small, but it definitely packs a punch. And I am a huge, huge fan of the wallet on chain. So that guy. Another one might surprise some of you, but I cannot believe how much I have used this bag. That is the Louis Vuitton bum bag. I am crazy about it. When I purchased it, I think it was $1,500, was it $1,500? And now it sits at $1,900, so it has gone up quite a bit, but I'm crazy about it. And I don't use it like a fanny pack. I've talked about this many of times as well. I refuse to use it that way, but as a shoulder bag and as a crossbody bag, it is awesome. Absolutely love this bag. Never thought in a million years I would be that crazy about that style of bag by any means whatsoever. I honestly thought it was, I honestly thought my love for that bag would have died out by now, but no, it's still going strong. Another one would have to be the Chanel Mini. Not specifically this color, but the Mini in general. Again, kind of like the wallet on chain. It's very small, but it packs a punch. And I think that these are great bags. They're very comfortable. I'm able to fit all of my essentials no problem. And whether it's lambskin or caviar, I think that they're really, really great bags. And I'm hoping that they don't go up too much more, because if they do end up going a little bit more, then I'm out. I can't really justify them. But as of right now, the price point that they sit at, I still think that they're really great bags, and they have definitely paid for themselves many, many times over. And the last one would be the Louis Vuitton Alma BB. I love this bag, even though my biggest gripe throughout the years has been the fact that it does come with a one-size-fits-all strap. The fact that I can remove it and I can end up switching it out with a different strap, I am all for that. And honestly, that's what I end up doing anyways. But I really like this silhouette. It's very comfortable, and just like the other small bags that I just talked about, it also packs a punch. So huge fan of that, especially because it's also in the Damier Ebene, and this is my all-time favorite print. It is the original print, and I just think it looks so incredibly cute in the Alma BB. I also have an honorable mention that I wanted to throw in there, and that is the Prada Re-Edition 2000. It recently went up in price. Still love this bag, still think it's amazing. And at its current price point, I would still end up going for it. And like I said before, if they end up releasing this in red, I am all over it. But these are the ones that I would definitely, if I had to start my collection all over again at the current price points, these are the ones that I would end up getting for those prices for sure. But what about you guys? Name your top 5 or give me your honorable mention as well. What 5 bags at their current price point would you add to your collection today? Next question, with all the price increases across all brands and the quality not always the greatest, are you tempted more by going the Preloved route? If so, is there anything specific you would try to hunt down? All right, so there are still quite a few discontinued items that I can only find on the Preloved market that I would like to add to my collection at some point in time. I did a video on it. If you guys want to check it out, I will link it on the description box below. All of those items I am still keen on. Of course, you guys saw that I did end up adding the Louis Vuitton Berkeley in the Damier Azur to my collection. Unfortunately, it didn't work out the way that I would have hoped, and about a month later, it was no longer in my collection. So everything else I still absolutely love. But I gotta be honest with you, the pre-loved market has definitely changed, and there are still some pretty good deals out there, but there's also, I mean, the prices on some of these items has just gone through the roof. And I get it. I completely get it. It's a business. Not only that, supply and demand, plus these continuous price increases from fashion houses affect the pre-loved market and their prices. I get that. But I feel like it's getting harder and harder to see like some really good savings on the pre-loved market. I mean, I know that there are some items that are in pretty bad condition, and even then they're still pretty expensive. But when I look at the pre-loved market, I am not looking for like a $20 savings from retail price. I'm not looking for a $50 savings from retail price. For me personally, I'm looking for like savings, like actual savings where I can say, yes, I saved X amount on this item. I'm so happy, or whatever the case may be. You know, I'm looking for a good deal on the pre-loved market, and I feel like it's getting harder and harder to see that. One of the bags that I would really like to add to my collection is the Louis Vuitton Trevi PM. The Trevi PM has always been one of those bags that I have always loved. I know a lot of people say it's really heavy, so I have that in the back of my mind, but I mean, the canvas was so much thicker back then, and it wasn't as thin as it is now. And I know now the items are a lot more lightweight, but I don't know, I can really appreciate something that had that thick canvas, that quality that I feel like you just don't necessarily get now. I still feel that a lot of new items now do have great quality, but for me personally, I'm a huge fan of the thicker, heavier canvas, you know, when you can really just kind of grab it and you're like, yes, you know, you can feel the quality, you can feel the love that went into this. I don't know. That's just me. But yeah, I just don't really, I mean, there are some fashion houses that don't hold their resale value as well, and you can definitely get some great savings on the pre-loved market that way. But if you're talking about the three big dogs, if you're talking about Hermes, if you're talking about Louis Vuitton and Chanel, those three on the pre-loved market are just, they're almost the same as, if not more expensive than they are retail. But like I said, I get it. It's a business, supply and demand, price increases, all of that affects the pre-loved market. But it's getting harder and harder to say, I got some awesome savings. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Next question. If you didn't have any classic flaps or minis in your collection and Chanel marketed those items the way Hermes does their coveted bags, would you go for them, considering your love for Chanel? I can honestly say no. I know some people might think that I'm lying or what have you. I mean, you can believe what you want, but no. To me, it is the biggest turnoff to have to jump through hoops in order to be good enough to buy a bag. That doesn't give me the warm and fuzzies. I don't care what brand it is. That doesn't that doesn't sit well with me. And I know that over the years I've touched base on this many of times, and I've heard people say, oh my God, you're bitter because you can't get a Birkin, blah, blah, blah. That has nothing to do with it. I'm not bitter with, you know, about being able to get a Birkin or not. It's just the fact that you have to jump through these hoops. In my opinion, it's like, just make the bag 30 grand, 25,000 and be done with it. You know, if you want that bag to be exclusive. Now, I'm not trying to take away from Hermes either. I'm not sitting here just, it's a total bash session with Hermes, because I can absolutely appreciate the fact that they have made their items so coveted. They have made them so exclusive, and that they aren't readily available. And that really adds to the desire to want to add one to your collection. You know, I completely get that. Not only that, they have amazing craftsmanship. I'm not trying to take away any of that from the fashion house by any means whatsoever. I am just not fond of this lifestyle that you have to have. You have to spend your money on all this BS in order to be put on a list to possibly get this bag, that bag, or the other. I don't get that. You know, it's like, if someone has 30 grand to spend on a bag, just let them buy the bag and be done with it. But that's not the way that it is, you know? And if Chanel started doing that, like you have to buy shoes and you have to buy scarves and you have to buy fragrances in order to get a classic flap, peace out, dude. Like, no, not doing it. I love Chanel's quality. Do I feel like it's the same quality as Hermes? I don't. But if they started doing that, I'd be like, okay, first of all, you can't, I mean, it's like trying to compare apples and oranges. You can't do that. You know, and not only that, just the whole going through loops and having to buy this in order to be put on a list. Now I get it. Chanel's availability sucks for their classic flaps, their minis, or their really hard to get items. I get that. Even some small leather goods are impossible to find in boutiques. Like to be able to walk in and ask for one without someone laughing at you and saying, really? You want to get this item? I know their availability sucks, but at the same time, you can still walk in there having zero purchase history and maybe be put on a list for this item because there is a list to get onto it, not because you have to spend money on BS that you don't want or that you're not interested in order to be put on that list, you know? And I've said it before, I know some people have had great success walking into Hermes, having never purchased anything and being able to get their coveted bags. I think that's amazing. I really wish that they would do that all the time so people can get their holy grails. But it's just, yeah, it doesn't work that way, you know? But yeah, if Louis Vuitton started doing that, oh no, you have to spend this much and you have to buy this in order to maybe get an on the go or maybe get a Capucine. No. Sorry, not happening. I love Chanel. I think it's amazing. It's probably my favorite fashion house. But if they started doing that, and if I didn't have those bags in my collection, I wouldn't go after them because it just puts a big damper on it. It doesn't really appeal to me, and it doesn't make me want to go get that bag. But at the end of the day, I feel like if anybody has that type of money to spend on a bag, just let them buy the bag. It's not like it's still gonna be exclusive. I don't know a bunch of people that have 30 grand burning a hole in their pocket ready to buy a bag or putting it on their card or however they wanna pay for it, you know? So it's like, it's already going to be exclusive as it is. And if anything, you're turning people to the pre-loved market that are spending that amount of money on the bag anyways. So if they just made the bag 20, 30, whatever, even 40,000, I don't care. If people are going to spend that amount of money on the pre-loved market to get exactly what they want, why wouldn't Hermes just want to get that money themselves instead of giving it to a different, you know, to a different avenue? I don't know. But yeah, if Chanel started doing that, or if Louis Vuitton, or if any of these fashion houses started doing that, you have to spend X amount of money to be possibly put on a list for their coveted bags. I'm out, dude. Like, yeah, no doubt in my mind. I'd have no problem dropping it like a hot potato. Doesn't mean I don't like some of their other goods, but it wouldn't push me to want to add a classic flap or any of their popular bags by any means whatsoever. But what about you guys? If your favorite fashion houses, if let's say Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, all these other houses started to market their coveted bags the way that Hermes does theirs, would you buy from them? Let us know in the comment section down below. Next question, what are your thoughts on the Chanel holiday sets and the idea of adding chains to the pouches? Okay, so Chanel Beauty releases holiday gift sets every single year, and sometimes it's for lips and nails, other times it's for skincare. Currently, they have two, if I'm not mistaken. They have a nail and lip set, which retails for $70. That comes with a beautiful red pouch. And then they have a skincare set with a black pouch that I believe retails for $84, if I'm not mistaken. And I do think that they're currently unavailable for pre-order. Hopefully that changes soon, so that way people can get them for the holidays. But I think that they're really great gifts. I think that they're beautiful. Of course, the packaging is fabulous. Beyond that, I'm not too keen on turning those pouches into clutches to go out, or add chains to them and use them as handbags, for me personally. And I think it really comes down to the material that those pouches are made from. I think that if it was, I don't know, if it was metal or if it was a sturdier plastic or if it was, you know, something along those lines, I think it might be a lot better than the fabric that they are. I think they might hold up a little bit better to use them as a handbag. but I know it's a very popular thing that people are adding chains to the pouches. You know, I did that with my Louis Vuitton cosmetic pouch GM. I added the chain so I can use it as a handbag. But in this case, I feel, again, I think it comes down to the material. I'm just not a fan of that. I like using it. I like the idea of using it as a makeup bag, but beyond that, I don't see myself going for that type of item to use it into, to turn it into a handbag. Now, that's not to say that I feel the same about every holiday gift set out there. Case in point, if you guys follow me on Instagram, I did share this beauty. Dior recently revealed their holiday gift set, which is this beauty right here. It's actually like a makeup case, makeup clutch. It comes with a removable lipstick holder, full-size lipstick, and in here it came with three little, what's it called? Refills for the large lipstick, but you can take those refills out and then you have this open space, so that way you can use this just as a little clutch. But the greatest thing is that it also comes with a removable chain. So if you wanted to use the clutch as a clutch itself, you could do that. If you wanted to add the chain to it, you can use it as a little mini handbag, or if you wanted to just use the lipstick holder, you can do that as well. So I personally like this a lot better because this is metal and I really like the details on this case. So, you know, someone might say the same thing about this. Why would you want to use that outside? Why would you want to use that as a as a handbag, or, you know, or anything like that? But I really like the details on it. I thought it was great. Plus it came with essentially 4 different lipsticks. So you know me, I love lipsticks. The Dior one comes in at $190 here in the States. So back to the Chanel gift sets. As a gift or using it as a makeup pouch, absolutely, I think it's fabulous. Beyond that, I'm personally not a big fan of going that route. But what about you guys? Are you fond of turning some of the pouches from the Fashion House beauty lines into a handbag or a going out clutch? Whatever the case may be, let us know in the comment section down below. Next question, do you think that once the luxury houses increase their prices that they'll ever reduce the prices again? Definitely not. However, I do remember something happening with Hermes a couple of years ago, and I will get into that in just a second, but in today's day and age, I definitely don't see that happening. And it's crazy because I was actually talking to one of my Chanel sales associates the other day. It was a couple of days after the price increase, and she had told me that she has never gotten so many people either emailing her, texting her, messaging her, or coming into the boutique asking for the items that recently had the biggest increases. Whether it's the classic flaps, even the trendies, or what have you. She's had so many people saying, hey, can I add myself to the list? I want to get this item, blah, blah, blah. She's like, of course, I've gotten people throughout the year, but I've gotten so many more after this last increase. So for me, that lets me know that regardless of the increase, people are still going to continue to buy, which we already knew that, right? So in my mind, I feel like the higher ups at Chanel are just thinking, okay, we just had this massive increase. People are still requesting them. People are still buying them. There is this influx of sales. Why would we want to lower the price? We're just gonna, if anything, we're going to increase it even more. Hopefully not, but let's be real. It's very possible that they'll still have another price increase, not this year, but next year. And, you know, create that frenzy because it's almost like the more expensive it is, the more elusive it is, the more people want it. I don't know. So I feel like maybe that's what they're thinking. So I really don't think that any fashion house will end up going back to their to a different price point or lowering their prices by any means whatsoever. And that's not to say that that's at every Chanel boutique. Just in her specific boutique, that's what she told me, that she saw so many people just requesting especially the classic flaps. Now, as far as what I was talking about Hermes, I could be wrong. If you guys know exactly, let me know in the comment section down below. I think I saw a couple of articles on it as well, and if I can find them, I will put them on the description box below. But I think it was a couple of years ago, the Hermes sandals, the price changed to a little bit lower, or before they had their price increase, they ended up changing the price. If Hermes can do it with their sandals, that's not to say that another fashion house couldn't do it with their goods. And I could be wrong. There might be another fashion house out there that did end up changing their prices to lower than they were after a price increase. If you guys know, let me know in the comment section down below as well. I don't want to give you guys false information. But I think that now, especially this year, after the prices have changed for supplies because of 2020 and everything that kind of went down, I only see the prices increasing, definitely not decreasing or going back to what they were before. I could be wrong, but we can definitely hope for that. But I think it's just going up, up, up. But I would love to know your guys' thoughts on this topic. Next question, advent calendars. Is that something you obtain? And if so, which ones? Okay, so when it comes to advent calendars, not necessarily luxury advent calendars, but advent calendars in general, I don't think I've ever had one. To be completely honest with you, I don't think I've ever had one. When I read this question, I was racking my brain. I'm all, have I had one? I don't think so. I love the idea of them. I love the idea of looking forward to, to every day, to open up that little box to see what you get, regardless of what's inside. I love that idea. I think it's so incredibly fun, but yeah, I don't think I've ever had one. Maybe that'll change this year. Maybe I should. After this video, I should look for an advent calendar to buy. It would probably end up being like a candy-filled one, because I have a major sweet tooth. Now, advent calendars, as far as luxury goes, I know those are causing a major buzz on social media right now. Some of them are pretty cool. Others are a little bit pricey, especially for what you end up getting. One of them, of course, that has caused the most buzz is the Chanel No. 5 calendar. Now, this guy comes in at $825 here in the States. I do believe that it is currently sold out. I have no idea if they're going to bring those back into the website or not, but they are sold out. And the craziest thing is that I saw them on eBay going for like $2,500, $2,100, $2,000. I was like, oh my goodness, these things are insane. I mean, inside you can end up getting, you can get like little mini perfumes. You get a full size, I think one of the days you get a full size hand lotion. Some of them are really cute. You get like a little ornament, or you get little bracelets. So I do like the concept of it, but I personally feel it's a little pricey for what you end up getting. But is it beautiful? Absolutely. And I mean, come on, it comes in a Chanel No. 5 beauty, or a perfume bottle. So I think that's gorgeous. But yeah, I think they're really cute. But definitely not for me. The other one that has also caused major buzz is the Dior. Now with the Dior one, that one comes in at $550 here in the States. That one is still available as of this recording. It is still available, but you get those, those really cute little tiny perfumes and lipsticks and whatnot that I think is a really cool idea. I think I saw that one on eBay going for like $1,500, so it's kind of crazy. But again, I think that advent calendars I think they're really awesome. I love the idea of just looking forward to seeing what you're going to get. If I was to go for one, I wouldn't want to see the spoilers. I would want to be surprised every single day to see what's going to be behind those little doors, but I personally can't justify the price point for what you end up getting in the calendar, but they are certainly beautiful. Next question, do you still think the Mini Pochette is worth having in a luxury goods collection? All right, so I did bring mine out, so we have a little bit more eye candy. Here I have it in the monogram canvas, the Tahitian Demi-Azur, and the Demi-Ben. Do I still think that this item is worth having in a luxury goods collection? For me personally, absolutely 100%, no doubt in my mind. I feel that this is one of the greatest small leather goods out there. I think it's fabulous. It's wonderful because it's so incredibly versatile. I can incorporate it into my lifestyle various ways. And truth be told, I pretty much use one of these every single day. Regardless of the handbag, I always end up using one of these. And I think that they are amazing. And I think that when it comes to the Mini Pochette, I really wish that Louis Vuitton would have these readily available in the boutiques. I really wish that they constantly carried them. They never ran out of them, because I think it's such an awesome way to get introduced to a brand as well. That way you can really get a feel for the brand. You can really get a feel for the quality. You can really get a feel for how you can incorporate it into your lifestyle and things like that. You know, it's such a bummer that they're not, you can't easily find them in the boutiques, but I do think that they are wonderful. Of course, the price point has gone up considerably from what I paid for some of mine, but even at the current price point, I would still recommend this item over and over and over again. I think that they are just absolutely fabulous. They're very simple, you know, and it's a small little pouch that I feel just has so many possibilities. And I'm always trying to find different ways that I can incorporate this into my lifestyle. But I am the biggest fan. I'm one of the biggest fans, one of the hugest fans, one of the biggest fans of the Mini Pochette. I always have been, and I feel that I always will. I mean, some of these, I mean, look at my Damier Ebene. My Damier Ebene is pretty bad. I've never taken any of them in for repair or anything like that. The hardware is definitely chipping. I have some marks on the tab here. It's just, I don't know. Between all of these, I end up using these two the most. The Tahitian Damier Azur I end up incorporating more in the spring and summer. But these two I feel are on constant repeat, and I really can't I can't say enough about them. I just think that they are wonderful. So I don't know. What do you guys feel about, how do you guys feel about the Mini Pochette? Are you still a big fan, or has the love died down? Especially because I know that there are other small leather goods out there that are pretty similar to the Mini Pochette, not necessarily from Louis Vuitton, but just from other fashion houses that have better price points as well, that pretty much end up doing the same thing. I have some of those in my collection as well, but still my heart belongs to the belongs to the Mini Pochette for sure. But I would love to hear your thoughts on the small leather good. Let me know. Next question, what are your thoughts on the Gucci Horsebit 1955 bag? All right, so Gucci has an entire line for the Horsebit 55 collection, ranging from mini bags to shoulder bags to tote bags to top handle bags. They have so many different items for this collection. I think it is fabulous. They have different price points as well, because they also have different materials and different colors, but I am a huge fan of this line. I think they're beautiful. The one that I definitely think is the most beautiful is the shoulder bag, especially in the brown. I think that that shoulder bag is gorgeous, although I will have to say I also like the white one. You guys know how I feel about white bags, but the brown I think is stunning. It comes in at $25.50 here in the States, and I love the fact that it comes with an adjustable shoulder strap. I love the different compartments that it has as well, and I don't feel that it's too rounded, like to make it awkward to fit your items inside either. So I love that, and I also don't think that it's this itty bitty bag. It has a pretty good size to it. It's not a huge bag either, but I think it is absolutely beautiful. So sign me up. It has a pretty good price point, coming in at $25.50. It comes with an adjustable strap. You have different compartments. You also have this this classic silhouette, not to mention that the Horsebit for Gucci has been around forever. They've always incorporated it into their pieces, whether it's their small leather goods, whether it's their ready to wear, or whatever the case may be. They've always somehow incorporated the Horsebit into their line. So I'm a big fan, big fan. And like I said before, that shoulder bag in either the brown or the white, I think is just absolutely gorgeous. But I would love to know, have any of you guys picked up any pieces from the Horsebit 1955 collection? If you have, let us know in the comment section down below. I would love to see what pieces you purchased. Next question, do you ever find yourself missing the Pochette Matisse in your collection, or has another bag taken its place? I actually get this question asked quite often, and no, I definitely don't miss the Pochette Métis. I still think it's a beautiful bag. Even though I no longer have it in my collection, I still think it's amazing and I still recommend it. But yeah, that chapter, that chapter has completely closed. We went our separate ways, and I just have some really, really fond memories. Now, as far as a bag taking its place, not really, although I will have to say there is a bag in my collection that is pretty similar as far as, maybe not the structure, but as far as the compartments and just how much I love the bag. That reminds me of the Pochette Métis, and that is the Chanel Trendy CC. This black part that you see here is the little cover for it, or not the dust cover, the, what is this called? The felt. I have fallen madly in love with this bag. I love the fact that it has the 3 compartments. Of course, you can end up using this on your shoulder, so it's very versatile, kind of like the Pochette Métis. So it's similar in a sense, but the PM has just that, has that one spot in my heart that no other bag will ever replace, or will ever fill that not void, because I don't miss the bag. I'm getting I'm getting very tangled in my words, right? There is no other bag in my collection or bag that I see out there that can take the PM's place as far as how I feel about it. That's what I wanted to say. But yeah, I still love it. I still think it's great. Even though it didn't work out for me, the 3rd time would not have been the charm for me. I still appreciate it, and I can still, I still sing its praises, because I think it's a beautiful, beautiful bag, very comfortable, very functional, and it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Next question, do you still have your Mulberry card holder? How is it holding up? Have you considered purchasing anything else from Mulberry? Yes, I still have the card holder. This is the Mulberry, I want to say it was the crushed gold leather card holder, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on it. I can't remember the exact name of it, but still have it, and I love it. It has been holding up fabulously. No issues with pop stitches, no issues with the varnish, no issues with the metallic flaking off or anything like that. I think that this little guy is amazing. And between this and the little pink pouch that I got as well, I am definitely thinking about going for a handbag from Mulberry. The one that I really have in mind is the Mini Darly. They currently have one, I think it's in the dark gray with heavy grain leather, and it is absolutely beautiful. It retails for $850, and I think it's gorgeous. I feel like Mulberry has some amazing, amazing leather, and the quality is fantastic. Not to mention the price point for what you're getting, I think is fabulous. So I am definitely thinking about, like I said before, going for either a Mini Darly or a Darly, I don't know, but that Mini Darly is so cute. I love the compartments, I love the color, and their leather is just absolutely fabulous, and it has been holding up amazingly well. I don't know if you guys can see the leather in there, but I have doubled up the cards in here. Actually, I always end up doubling them up, and you can't even tell. It's not like they're totally stretched out either, so I love that. And I really like this guy because it comes with a little zipper here, and this guy is still a little stiff, but it's amazing. And the color, I mean, you know, I've been feeling those golds lately, so this is right up my alley. So huge fan of Mulberry. Love their craftsmanship, love their leather, and they have amazing price points as well. And the last question, what are your thoughts on contemporary brands such as Tory Burch, Michael Kors, Kate Spade, etc.? All right, so there are quite a few contemporary brands that I absolutely love. Number one being Coach. Coach will always have a soft spot in my heart. It was my first love, and I really love the fact that they have continued to stay on top. They revamped their line, or their house, their brand, a couple of years ago, and ever since they revamped it, they've still continued to stay on top, and they end up introducing new styles and new colors, and they have different collaborations, and I just love the fact that they have been able to turn it around, because it was going in a different direction, 5 years ago or what have you. So I love the fact that it's still staying on top, and it gives me the warm and fuzzies, because like I said before, I have a huge soft spot for Coach, and I think they have incredible craftsmanship. I think they have unbelievable leather, and they have fabulous, fabulous price points. Now, as far as Tory Burch, I'm also a big fan of Tory Burch. I really like Tory Burch footwear. I'm a bigger fan of that, but I know a lot of people also like their totes. I've heard people say that the Perry tote, if I'm not mistaken, makes for a really great work tote, and they have other items as well, but I love Tory Burch. I also have some fragrances, so huge soft spot for Tory Burch as well. Michael Kors, I'm not a fan of the handbags, I'll be honest with you. I'm definitely not a fan of the bags. Other aspects of the brand, I mean, I have some Michael Kors watches, I have some Michael Kors clothing, as well as fragrances, but as far as handbags go, I'm not too crazy about them. Kate Spade, I think Kate Spade is such a fun brand. It is so whimsical. I love the pieces that they end up having. I've never purchased a handbag from them for myself, although I did end up buying a bag for my mom. I think it was probably 5 or 6 years ago, I want to say. And I mean, I have been trying to convert her over to the dark side. I have tried many of times and she refuses. So I ended up getting her a Kate Spade tote. I want to say it was 5 or 6 years ago. And my mom has put this bag through the ringer. Now, there's something you guys have to know. My mom is the type of person that she only uses one bag every single day. She's not into switching out bags. She's not into switching out, you know, small leather goods or anything like that. My mom uses a bag strictly to be used as a bag and to put her items inside. That's it. And she puts all her bags through the ringer. And I have to say that this Kate Spade bag, it was only, I think, 5 months ago, she ended up getting a new bag. But she had that Kate Spade bag for 5 or 6 years and it held up insanely well. I was like, oh my gosh, this bag is still going strong. So that just goes to show that it has amazing quality as well. And I've thought about going for their small leather goods because I really like their wallets. Their wallets and their pouches, I think, are really, really cute. I love walking into their stores. Like I said before, it's so whimsical, it's so fun, it's so... It's just, I don't know, I just get such good vibes every time I walk into that store. I love them. I also love their fashion jewelry. But yeah, I'm a big fan of contemporary brands as well. I like some more than others. I like luxury goods, but I've said it before, just because something is expensive, like crazy expensive, doesn't mean it's better than something that's not expensive. You know, in some cases, some luxury items don't hold up very well at all, and they don't have great packaging either. Some of these other contemporary brands, I mean, they are top notch when it comes to how an item is packaged and how it's presented, that I feel that a lot of these luxury goods can end up taking note from, because sometimes I think that they end up resting on their laurels. The luxury brands are like, oh, well, we're so-and-so, you know, everybody loves us because we're this and that. It's like, no, dude, like, calm down. Anywho, I digress because I'm getting a little bit carried away. I'm getting a little bit excited, can't you tell? But yeah, have major love for some contemporary brands, some more than others, but I think that some of them are absolutely fabulous, and you get some awesome pieces for some fabulous price points as well. All right, you guys, so that does it for Minks Q&A. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope I was able to help. You guys had some awesome questions. Now, I think I'm going to start doing these twice a month. I know that before I said I was going to do them once a month, but after the first one, I had a blast, and I'm really going to try to do these twice a month. So let me know your guys' questions for the following one on the comment section down below. And how do we feel about the minimum 30 minutes? Are we still good with that, or do we want to do something a little bit shorter? Let me know your thoughts on that as well. Whatever the case may be, I welcome your thoughts. All right, you guys, so I will see you later. If you enjoyed this video, make sure and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already and you would like to, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next one. And as always, make it a fabulous day or not, the choice is yours. Have a great day.